Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday, 2nd of September 2022, and it's just gone 3:30. We knocked off a little bit early today because there's some emergency dredging going on in the docks, and when they're doing that we can't use the pontoons because they get pushed around all over the place. So I'm taking this opportunity to introduce the episode I'm about to upload. First of all, let me show you what we've been doing this week, which is the bulwark planking here in the stern. You see I've done one half of it. That's come out really nice. I'm quite pleased with that, and I've got the second half to do. Obviously you'll see that in upcoming episodes, but in this episode we're looking back to the work that we did in February. Remember, we're trying to catch up on all the work we've done so far, and we reached, I think, January in the last episode. So in this episode it's February, and that means 3 weeks in dry dock. So this episode is about, well, it's one of several episodes of the work that we did in those 3 weeks. We did a huge amount of work, so I can't put it all in one episode. In this particular episode I wanted to concentrate on actually docking the boats. I don't think probably most people realise how much is involved actually in docking these old working boats, you know, heavy old working boats. It's always a welcome break actually. Moving boats around is great fun. It's a welcome break from the more intense work that we're normally involved in, and in particular because, as you will see, it normally signals open season on reg baiting. Yeah, I think that should be okay. With so many boats rafted up, there's always a lot to untangle, and being relatively heavy, Josefine for example, I think she's about 40 tons, they can cause a lot of trouble, a lot of damage, even in a gentle collision. The Kathleen and May, for example, is here because when she broke free of her moorings in Liverpool docks and collided with another boat, she caused hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of damage, including bringing down her own topmast and breaking her bow stem.
Little gnome.
Another time, really, to make it properly safe.
I don't think I put this one on actually.
Okay.
Oh, just give him a bit of flack.
It must have been really hard to put this on as awkwardly as you did. Hey. That must have took most of you a bit morning putting these awkward ones on. These ones you didn't leave it.
It's good to have you back, guys, to keep my man in line.
Man, it's a boy, isn't he? No.
Oh God, it's going to be like this all morning, isn't it? To let this one go, this bow line.
No, don't let him go. You're not allowed to touch any of that.
They don't trust you to do anything, Reg, so just keep hands off.
Where control the line from ashore?
Yeah. He's had too much time without any bosses around here.
It's clear to see, Randy.
Just keep him in a line, Dominic. He
doesn't need any bloody encouragement. That's the last thing he needs.
He's forever trying to...
Keep him in check, Randy.
Yeah.
I'll pass this one to Reg.
Yep. Go alongside and then we pull everything here and we drop them.
Okay. So first job.
First job is to try and climb down there that clean.
Bet he's not filmed that.
Have you filmed this?
Come and have a look.
What Dominic and Jason are actually ribbing me about is a bit of damage I caused with a whiff punch to the deck. It's an easy mistake to make, and it was about 8 months ago, and I left it, and it's still left now. I still haven't plugged it. That's a sort of reminder to me to concentrate, and you'll see it here. Look, you see the whiff punch, when you're punching in the spikes, sometimes it jumps out, and if you're not careful and you hit it again with it not being centered in the hole, you damage the bit of deck, you see. So I'm going to have to cut a bigger hole and then plug it. And as I say, I sort of left it there as a reminder to myself. That's what they're ribbing me about anyway.
What is that?
Crap workmanship.
Terrible.
I've left.
It looked like a ship then.
Double shit.
So what I do here, tie a bowl in so that the owner can't undo it.
You're getting cheeky now.
Well, we've got that other stern line, which when that's at level with the stern there, that's when we stop it. You stay on board, Jace.
Yeah.
I'll just pass you the lines to these up.
Yeah.
So could you take the stern line, Reg?
This way, right? Hey, you want to go forward?
Oh, brilliant.
Don't encourage him.
Reg, I'll pass you that thick line.
He's
I told you, don't encourage him. He needs none.
We'll have to trust Reg to let this one go, and I'll be over there pulling on that one.
I've produced the following animation to explain a couple of peculiarities when docking old working boats like Josefine. Before docking a boat, the boatyard need to know all about her keel profile so that they can set up the keel blocks in the bottom of the dock to suit that profile. Once that's been done, the dock is flooded and the boat manoeuvred in and very carefully aligned. Water is then pumped out until the boat makes contact with the blocks. No more, as the boat would then start listing. At this stage, shores are carefully measured and cut to suit the boat's topsides and placed in position. The rest of the water can then be pumped out and a couple of extra shores put in under the bilges. However, it's rarely that simple because most of these boats have a varying draft along their keel length. In Josefine's case, she is a foot or two deeper at the stern than the bow, so the stern will sit first, and at this point the water line is normal. But as the water is pumped out of the dock, her bow will continue to drop and the water line rise. If, like Josephine, the planks have dried out above the water line, this will allow water to flood in through those leaky seams. The other problem is that if shores are added on first contact, i.e. when the stern sits down, when the dock is emptied, the bow will be left high and dry. The shores will crush the boat, fall out, and the boat topple. Not a pleasant thought. Okay.
We have cleats, you can tie them on to a headline. Okay, we'll see that.
You know, a big red one, really.
What knot are you using there, Red?
You know that I'm going to cut all this out anyway, don't you? You know I've got a very good editing tool.
It's a good job Reg is on board because it's gone so smoothly. Not touching anything. Get it in there. Right side down. That blue one. Somewhere around there's good enough.
So we're in here again after 5 years, or however long. Hey, my hands are frozen.
Yeah.
Yes, last night and early this morning I was just putting some putty in those seams you can see at the bow. See, the bow has dipped quite considerably now. I would say getting on for a foot, it's hard to say, but well, maybe not that much, 9 inches maybe. And it's still rising, the water's still rising. And Jason has just explained he's waiting to see that stop rising and then start going down, and then he knows that the keel at the bow is on the blocks, so he can put the shores in at that stage. And the first inclination of that will be when you see a sort of a water line, a wet line. At the moment it's still climbing, look, so the bow is still going down. I'm expecting the bilge pump to come on at any moment. Still going down. Scary. I very quickly this morning put some putty in those seams, those lower seams, as you can see. But 1 or 2 of them still look a bit dodgy. I'm a bit worried. Worse on the other side actually, because I raked the other side out. That's where we put the new planks in. But I did those last night and was able to do a better job. It was a bit of a rush job this morning, so I'm anxiously waiting for it to dry out to get the water level back down again. But it'll be a while, because it'll have to sit like this for a while Jason puts the shores in, so there's plenty of time for it to leak. So far so good, no bilge pump, as the water's running somewhere else.
Can't we? 297. Try on to something, even though we haven't got your cleats. Be a tad lower down. Like that. 2940.
time to sluice all the mud out of the bottom of the dock.
Yes, Reggie's got.
First impressions and general inspection. Cool. End of the day. Hard and noisy. Final climb. Oh, looking forward to a glass of wine. Hey. Well, doing quite well actually. I'm going to be pressure washing again tomorrow. I've got all the slime off. I'm just going to go back over it, following Dominic's advice. Get a little bit closer and get some of the flaky bubbly bits off. So I'll probably a couple of hours at least tomorrow going over it, but we're quite pleased. I mean, the main thing, the timber looks good. There's nothing obvious at the moment anyway. It all looks in really good nick, to be honest. So we're pleased. And Jason's got the scaffolding on the go, so he's going to be doing all the planking at the stern, and then he's got the planking at this starboard bow position. He's done the port side, so there's 3 or 4 planks there to do. Yeah, cracking on. So lovely to see it in dry dock. You know, you only ever see half your boat. It's really weird seeing it in a dry dock, because funnily enough, the prettiest part of her design, the prettiest part of her shape is hidden. You know, when you look at that wine glass arse of hers, if you excuse my French, but from this angle of course you can't see it as well, but down in the dry dock, when you get down there and you see that absolutely gorgeous shape of her hull, it's funny, her, you know, her prettiest aspects are totally hidden most of the time. Absolutely gorgeous shape, beautiful. I could sit and look at that all day long. I mean, absolute classic wine glass shape. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There you go, that's us for a day. As to say, I'm going in, Lorena's gone shopping, I'm going to have a glass of wine. See you tomorrow, bye bye.
Yes, it's about there where you are. And this one is looks alright there. It's just a little bit tired. Maybe it'll still do a trick. It's where the old fastening bar though, a bit rusty and it's horrible. Maybe that'll still do a trick. We'll have to take that one out carefully. It's getting better there. Now that's good. So you will be making further copies where I mark. So yeah, we're interested not in getting every bit of aluminum out. You only take open out if it's damp or rotten. So I think that's where you start. That won't take you long to rake out. Then you get your jigs.
Cut that wood first. Cut that plank out first.
There didn't any odds. You've got your raking kit. Just get raking out.
All right.
As far as your scaffold will reach. So you're doing this section. That's coming out. So
You've got your scaffold here. Rake that out. Get cooking. Okay. I'll go get you my seam rake. You've got a nice seam rake.
You think it's better than that?
Whip it out, cook. Okay. Go. You haven't got long in the dry dock. We'll see. Time will go so quick.
Just get on with it. Do you want me to do the oakum? Hello.
Rotten all the way to here anyway, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll be like as I go back.
it was right to come, I think.
It'll probably get better,
Yeah.
but
Be a bit
no,
chilly.
definitely.
A bit chilly tonight in bed, that's all.
-1.
Yeah, lovely.
I said the spikes at this end are in good condition. The main thing to watch out for when cutting out planks like this is not to cut into the good planks either side, hence the tipping of the jigsaw at the end of the cut. I checked inside before, I knew the cables were there. You can see them there, look. and they're far enough away not to be caught, but you never know. This water pipe just slightly nicked the edge of it. It's a water filler pipe. It's not a fuel pipe or anything, but you can see, and there's more cables behind there, look. So I'm going to have to be very careful. I think I'm past the worst. I have a feeling that's it. So if I cut beyond there, just there, and I'd be through it. So I think I'll be okay if I go beyond that now. But you can see the ever-present danger, can't you? That's into our cabin, so it's going to be nice and warm in there tonight, isn't it? It's forecast for -1 tonight, and we're going to have a very good view of it without leaving bed. Oh God. Oh, we've done it before. I lived like that for over a year. There we go. Good afternoon, evening. If I look and sound tired and knackered, it's because I am tired and knackered. It's the end of day 2 in dry dock, and what I thought I'd do is the end of each day that while we're in here, we're expected to be 3 weeks, somewhere around 3 weeks. I'll give you a little review, a quick review of what we managed to achieve during the day. Starting here, so there's a new plank going to be going in there. I've scraped all the loose paint off the hull in this section here, and I've raked all the seams out, and I actually started caulking. You can see I put one layer in there, and I shall be continuing on. It's that particular seam, I think, yeah, that one will actually go all the way along, because the only ones that need recaulking are on or just above the waterline, okay, where the seams need doing. Below that, they're very good condition. These other seams here can all be done from a pontoon, so let me just take you round to the stern then. That's what I've been concentrating on today. If you just bear with me, I've just got to get over here without breaking my neck. It's about 5 o'clock, I think, and we're dead tired. It's just trying to knock off, have a glass of wine, blah 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 blah. So there you can see an overview. I think Randy did some filming actually this morning, so you'll have probably already seen this by now. That's my little bit of scaffolding, which I shall move on down as I work. So I'm concentrating on that quarter, if you like, to begin with. That's the port quarter, and then I shall do this middle section. All the seams down from there down, the waterline down, are in really good nick. That plank, there was some damage in it, so we decided to whip it out and put a new one in. The other planks look good. But you can see the waterline there. You can see how bad the seams are there, very raggedy and very flaky paint there. That'll all have to be flaked, all scraped off, but that's easy enough. So Jason's been working here at the stern, and you can see he's taken out some of the planks there, and he's already put one in, a very short section albeit, and he's made the second section, which we've just clamped up. And me and Jason, I mean, just clamped up, and tomorrow he's going to fiddle around with it and get it. He's got some trimming here and there to do, and I think he's talking about steaming that one, and just to finish it off, because there is a little shake here. He's worried about that splitting, so he may steam that one. And he's taken out the other 2 planks above it, look, ready to do. So he's going to be working on those. Number 5 I think stays. Number 4 is going to be replaced. I don't know if you can see the numbers there. 4 were replaced, 3 stays, 2 stays and 1 stays, because he's already done the scarfed in ends there. So after this one there is 1, 2, 3 more to do. Okay, so he's done 2, then there's 3 more, but then of course there's the other side. So while he's messing about with those, I am going to, tomorrow, after I've finished my work up there, I'm going to pause work in there, and Dominic has asked me to come here and start taking these planks out so that they're ready for Jason. So where you can see those crisscrosses, I've got to cut out all of those planks out, so they're yet to be done. You can see I've scraped this side of the boat, pretty much all of it, Yeah, and those 1, 2, 3, 4 planks, the black ones there, black painter, they've not been scraped, but you can see where I've scraped anyway. So I've got a little bit more scraping to do. I'll probably do that over the weekend. So that's where we're at the moment. It's a lovely evening. You can see the moon up there. But it's going to be cold, -1 tonight. So we're getting there. And then of course we've got some planking here to do as well. You probably can't see the numbers, but the top yellow one is number 3. So that one, number 4. Number 5 I think is okay. Number 6 probably, yes, that has to be done. I'm not sure about 7, and we've just been talking about possibly 8 might have to be done. So there's a bit of planking here to do. It's quite a lot of planking. I think there's about 15 actually, 15 planks to do. Okay, I've got to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Nighty night.